going on, everyone? So, we have to talk about why the altcoin market for 2026 is just completely screwed. So, we're going to go over that. Remember, I'm not a financial advisor, none of this is financial advice, but let's talk about this, guys, because everybody knows, the markets are completely dumping. Right now, our fear greed index is at 22, so it's a little bit above extreme fear. I think extreme fear is at 20. So it's not that far off from there. And everything's down, everything's down, everything literally. And then when you look at, the top trending coins, they're only trending because how much they're down. All the top trending coins are down. And then when you look at the top gainers for crypto, all the top gainers are like newly created shit coins that literally are just hyped up right now, and people are just trading the shit coins, right? And then we have all of these top losers, which are just altcoins that have lost a lot of money, because whenever Bitcoin goes down, altcoins go down 3 times as much. So that's what we're seeing here, and it's kind of crazy. It's kind of crazy. But anyways, we're gonna talk about this, guys. So we have a lot of different things to discuss here. The first thing I kind of want to cover is the prices here. So when you look at this, this is the crypto total market cap, excluding Bitcoin and Ethereum. So this is everything. This is all the altcoins, stable coins. It's everything but Bitcoin and Ethereum. And currently it's at $825 billion. Now, when it was at its peak all the way up here earlier inside of September, at the end of September, it was about 1.19 trillion inside of market cap, right? And now we're at 8.25 billion. So a lot of money has been leaving the crypto market. It's been leaving. So we're probably going to end up seeing the total crypto market cap, excluding Bitcoin and Ethereum, going lower. And I know you can see this trend line that we have here. We've actually just broke the trend line, which is a huge sign that we're now switching into bearish momentum. So this is a huge sign right here, the fact that we just now broke that trend line. And not only have we just broke that trend line, when you come back to 2021, 2022, you see the same exact thing. The same exact trend line was broken. You can see how we hit it once here when we started it. We hit the second time. Then on the third time we broke. Then we tried to bounce back up, got rejected at the same trend line. Went down, tried it again, got rejected again at the higher end of the trend line, right where that Fibonacci resistance is. And then from there, it dumps all the way down to the bottom of this Fibonacci. So this is important, because if you come in and you look at what we're doing now, it's not that different. We've hit it once here when we started. This is twice. I'm gonna just count this as one whole one, even though it hit it a bunch of times here. It respected the trend line there, and now you can see we're now breaking the trend line here. So what I think is about to happen, either we have a short little temporary try to pump up here and then we continue down, or we just come down here, try to pump, get rejected, or we do something like this, work our way up, try to do that, get rejected up here, and then continue downwards. But I think 2026 is going to be a pretty bad year for crypto, and I think we are going to trend all the way down to about this area here, which is, let's just say 500 billion in total crypto market cap. So excluding Bitcoin and Ethereum, the altcoin market cap is going to be about 500 billion and probably down here. Now, is there a possibility that I can go down to the lows of I was gonna say last semester, like at school or something, but like of the last pump, right? Possibly. We could go to the lows here. And if we do that, then that would be us at about 290 billion, give or take, 290 billion inside of overall market cap, excluding Bitcoin and Ethereum. But there's just so many new altcoins, so much new money inside of the system, that I don't think it's going to go all the way down there. But I do think that we're going to come down here and touch this 500 billion area. So I think 500 billion is going to be that mark for the altcoin market cap. So I think That's what people should be looking at now. When you go and you look at Bitcoin, it's the same exact situation, same exact thing with all the way back here. I'm not going to even look at that. But if you look over here, same exact thing with Bitcoin. Like boom, 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 and we just broke it. So boom. And now you're also seeing what did Bitcoin try to do? Bitcoin tried to do a reversal back upwards. This right here is a rising wedge, which is bearish. I already did a Bitcoin video, so I'm not even going to even cover Bitcoin like that. But yeah, I would say get ready, prepare now. A lot of altcoins are going to lose their value. A lot of altcoins, I mean a lot, are probably going to lose a lot of value. Currently, it does look like we could have a recovery, a little bit of a recovery soon. But this is just a 4-hour chart, which is more of a shorter term time frame. When I look at the daily chart, I see more pain, more pressure coming down. So again, this is the total 3. If you want to find this on TradingView, it's called total 3. And this is the crypto total market cap excluding Bitcoin and Ethereum. So what I'm watching for here is for this to continue to pull down further. It's probably going to end up doing that. It already hit down here 3 times, 1, 2, third time's usually the charm. I think it's going to pull down even more. Even when we look at the percent R trending exhaustion, it's still actively coming down in an oversold area. I think we have a little more ways to go. When you look at the MACD, you see that selling pressure starting to speed up, and we just now had a reversal downwards. So it's probably going to pull down a lot more. So I think that's another thing that people need to watch out for. So the total 3 is about to pull down to about 730 billion inside of market cap. So that's pretty much what I'm going to be looking at here. And yeah, about 730 billion in market cap for the altcoin market. So that's a lot of money leaving the system. That's a lot of money just from where we are right now, going down to about 730. Like we're losing 100 billion inside of market cap within probably the next week. So this is going to be crazy. You're going to see a lot of red, a whole sea of red. I'm going to start doing my videos differently now. I'm going to have to I'm just going to put everything all in one big video. Yeah, I'm going to do it like that. Put everything all in one big video, talk about Bitcoin, altcoins in total, and do the total 3 like this instead of going to all the separate altcoins. And then for the members, if you guys want me to go over anything specific, remember, you're still a member of the channel, so just request if you want me to go over anything specific, because you're probably going to only see me doing like 1 to 2 videos per day, because I'm going to squeeze everything all in one video. But when the members make their own separate request, I'll make a whole entire video for the member for whatever they want me to go over, whether it be Pudgy Penguins, Aster, Avantis, anything, Monad, Ethereum, Solana, Sui, Tron. You want me to do a technical analysis or a full breakdown on any one of these projects, and you're a member of the channel, I will go ahead and do that. Just go ahead and become a member, guys. It's only $9.99 per month. All you gotta do is become a member, click that join button, and then comment on any one of my videos letting me know what you want me to go over next, as long as it's not some type of scam coin or something like that. But yep, other than that, that's all I got for you guys. We're just gonna be doing 1 video per day, keeping it simple like that. I did the Bitcoin video earlier, but I was like, wait, no, I'm gonna start doing it this way because it makes more sense. But anyway, shout out to you guys. Again, hit the like button, subscribe. Before we close this out, though, let's talk about JP Morgan, right? Because JP Morgan is probably one of the largest, not probably, definitely one of the largest investors out there, obviously, right? We have BlackRock, they're very big, probably the biggest, and then JP Morgan is definitely up there. Well, they're doing a tokenized money fund, which is why I believe, like, yeah, 2026 could be bad for crypto. But remember, institutional investors have entered into crypto at such alarming rates. They 100% want the prices lower, so they're probably going to be the ones shorting and pushing prices down. So when they, bottom out for 2026, what do you think they're going to be doing? They're going to be buying sometime towards the end of 2026 when things have bottomed out. This is what the institutional investors are doing. They're setting this up so then they can benefit on this next rise, because they know it comes in cycles. People are like, no, it's going to be different because we got all the institutional investors. It's not going to be different because of them. Like literally the stock market comes in cycles. It pumps, then it comes back down, and then it keeps going and it comes back down, right? But crypto is a little bit different, right? We've seen a lot of cryptos pump and then they dump right back down to the same price they were before. But the stock market is different. It pumps and then it goes down like 50, like it'll go out like 100%, go down 50%, 100%, go down 50%, 100%, go down 50%. So it's always increasing over time. The crypto market is a little bit different because a lot of cryptos have no value attached to them. But that's why stuff like Bitcoin and Ethereum will continue to rise and rise and rise and rise because they're like the top, they're like the pinnacle. But these altcoins and stuff, it's almost like a Ponzi when you think of it. Some of these altcoins, like some of these meme coins, they're not really worth anything. So you're gonna see a lot of those die off, and the money's gonna flow into the top ones, right? So yeah, just get ready. If we bottom out down here, then just be ready for what happens next. So I'm looking towards 500 billion inside of the total 3. That's if we continue downwards here and don't break back above this trend line, but I don't think we will with the amount of downward momentum that we have. So yeah, but anyways, JP Morgan Chase, he's doing the tokenized money fund. That's pretty big. So just think of it like this, like a ETF, but in like a tokenized form, like a ERC20 coin ETF. That's pretty much what they're doing here. And it's representing the ETF pretty much. And then we have this here, Bitcoin's silent exodus hits crypto as long time buyers cash out. So a lot of long time Bitcoin holders are cashing out and selling Bitcoin at alarming rates. So it's pretty big. That's a pretty big deal. But anyways, it says Bitcoin's most entrenched investors are still cashing out and the pressure is starting to show. More than 2 months after Bitcoin hit 126K, it's fallen 36, blah, blah, blah. But new blockchain data is showing that coins held for years are being divested. So all of the top Bitcoin people are selling probably because they notice a shift. And they noticed we shift to bearish momentum. How did we shift to bearish momentum? Well, we broke our trend line. We broke the trend line that we were in since all the way back here in 2023. So we have been in a bull market since 2023. Since January 1st of 2023, we have been in a bull market. I don't care what anyone says. If you come all the way back here and you look at this, where did it start? Where did the green start? Where did the buying start? New Year's, right here, the exact day, January 1st, 2023, we switched into buying pressure and buying momentum. We were completely oversold. We completely squeezed it down here until we had a massive breakout. And the same thing is probably going to end up happening for 2026. As you can see here, we had huge momentum and we stayed with this trend line. We had moments where we broke down very briefly, but continued. And we had a bullish structure on the way up. We had a bull flag here, and then we continued. We had a falling wedge here, which is also bullish, as you can see. And then we continued. And then we had the third one, which was the bearish expanding triangle, which started it all. This bearish expanding triangle right here is what started the madness for Bitcoin and all of crypto pretty much. And as you can see here, bearish expanding triangles are bearish patterns, obviously. So that was a pretty interesting thing. And we were also doing 32% pullbacks on the way up. And then the final one, it just kept going. So you can see here, 32%. This second one, if you take here from the top all the way, oh, that's the Fibonacci. But if you take here from the top, right up there, all the way down here to the bottom, where is that? Right there, somewhere around there, about 30, 31 for that. If I get it straight on there, it'll probably be 32. But still, the last one, it just kept going down. And then we broke that trend line. So be careful. Probably going to end up seeing the market pulling back heavily now. And we're going to start seeing larger sell-offs than this. If you look at the total 3 on the weekly chart, the percent R trend exhaustion, that's what I'm looking at here. We are pretty much selling off here with the blue line being the long-term trend and the white line being the short-term trend. Last time it stopped halfway here, kept going. Did it again halfway here, kept going. The third time though, it might not be the exact same. And that's kind of how it's looking. We're probably going to continue pulling back until finally we have some type of recovery, like a relief rally, until we continue to pull back until eventually the short-term trend and long-term trend cross, and then it comes all the way down. And it just so happens, if you look down there at the time, that'll be around May to June of next year. And then sometime towards the end of the year, you should probably see it like trading sideways. And then towards the end, it'll probably start to go back up. And then we'll start to see people rallying back into the market, right? So that's pretty much what we're looking for here. But yeah, this is all I got for you guys today. Let me know if you guys like the style of video more where we get more in depth into these things instead of just doing like these little altcoin videos, is going over little altcoins. I want to go over the main important stuff because you can really track all the altcoins just by looking at this, to be completely honest, which is why I believe that the altcoins are about to drop pretty significantly. And before we close this out, what's the percentage from where we are now to this support right here? So, okay, in general, 10%. So you might see another 10% pullback in altcoins before we get a quote unquote relief rally, right? Relief rallies don't have to be just one thing, one big relief rally that goes all the way up. No, relief rally is just when you hit a support and then you start to go back up and try to get past resistance. So all the altcoins, give them about 10%. And we'll probably 10 to 20%. We'll probably see some big drops for altcoins right now. And that'll be a good opportunity for a lot of people. But anyways, this is all I got. Hit the like button, subscribe, all that good stuff. As always, I'll be back with another video.